Hey everyone, my name is Kaby, this is Kaby War Legends. Today I'm gonna show you the game I played against Grom, who's bitching around with the new nickname lately. I already played against him on this channel, and that video is called "A build you have to do if you can't win". So I made a bad cheese last time I met him on ladder. So this time I wasn't going to play a rush strategy and rather play a macro game. That also made sense because in the recent couple of weeks Grom wasn't able to play a lot. Well, let's actually call him Bich because it is important to him, I guess. And currently his shape should not be on top, so probably I had a chance even if I play macro game. Let's see. It's been slightly less than a week since we actually played the game, so I may have some troubles remembering my exact doings and decisions, but anyways, let's see, and up to some point it is even better because you can analyze and notice more mistakes because you can't really remember what you were thinking. That can lead you to an approach that probably you did some stuff wrong. In the beginning I start with pretty much the starter opening, taking off my 2 workers from gold to lumber cutting to make sure I have a lot of wood, because later on I'm gonna use it for the under obelisk to play the build order in the fast eater. My idea here is playing the fast hero, so that is the reason why I also made my tier 2 before the obelisk. In case if I'd be doing the 2 rocks on that, I'd be rather playing the earlier second rex. But that one I showed you in the previous video against this opponent, so again, this time around I have another plan. I also leave my second goon in the base, but I decided not to keep him in the wall-in because it was disrupting my mining workers' trajectory. So I just moved him slightly forward. On this map there is really huge rush distance, so my goon was going there like forever. He also went after the enemy's goon, so it is only now that I'm approaching the enemy's base. But I don't really care that much what does he play, honestly, because my build order is pretty much safe. In any case, I can defend from anything. I can add the dark magic tower. I can also get my skeleton archer to counter any air units, and so I do. I order the first skeleton archer, but the bad thing of me is of course that I entirely missed while I was playing that the enemy's goon made it into my walker line. I was also trying to hide my worker, but the other one jumped in the building. And honestly, I wasn't even going to create that mana tower. I was just like, well, I need to build something valuable, and I already had the second pixel, so let's see what we may need later on. It could as well be a sawmill, but we have what we have. I'll need to add a worker. And as per right now, I'm adding more skeleton archers, and I am sort of controlling the exit / entrance to the enemy's base. And I'm moving out with my hero in order to grab the chest and probably force the fight. I see his goon coming over the bottom chest as well. So I'm moving towards it, but I decided to just grab the chest with all the stuff I had. And here I'm adding the dark magic tower, because I don't really see where my enemy's army is, was, because it was in the past. And I'm adding the tier 3 main building. Tier 3 citadel, because I have enough money for that, and I'm gonna be food blocked soon, so anytime, any moment you can, you have to actually upgrade your main building up to tier 3 and then up to tier 4 to get the higher army supply. We see that Bich is playing orcs and already has his wolf riders, which is not the problem, but Arnolds might be. I really need to focus them down with the skeleton archers while they're still alive. But of course my opponent is able to take the... Well, actually he isn't, because I stunned the wolf rider, so the skeleton archer was able to take the second Arnold. There is also the third one right now, so I'll lose that army for sure. I'll probably will only make my eater to go away, but well, in fact, goons do quite a good job. I'm not sure why his goons don't do anything valuable, but it seems that he's moving out for the mid chest already, and I'm eating the goon to replenish a bit of my health. And here I have a bit of new units, a bit of reinforcements built in my base, and my second rocks are ready. And with all the stuff I have in the base and my ear as well, I can move out for the second chest probably, but it seems that I'm slightly late, and yep, Minimark blinks it for me that the enemies is standing exactly on the chest, so that means that I'm missing that one. And Bich has taken 2 chests by the moment, and I only took 1 little chest. But in terms of the engagement, I think I did quite a good job. What I was afraid of, why I didn't move out, is he should have had a lot of wolf riders, so he could cut off my reinforcements, because they would be going up to that spot on the map, being hugely, I mean, on the big distance from each other, so it would be easy to cut them one by one, and riders are quite good at doing that. My idea here is to capture the mana well. I have the mana tower, you remember, where I was trying to say the walker, and I have 100 already. I am also, I guess, about to add the second mana tower, but currently I rather get zombies. I already have the necromancer, so I don't really need a lot of those. I don't even know what Bich is playing, so I don't really need a lot of necromancers. No, maybe he's playing undead, but now we see that he doesn't play undead. Rather than that, he keeps playing Aeronauts with the riders. And this army is rather good against the stuff I have, but with a decent amount of micro, I can actually take it down, I think. The key thing to do that is to stun the riders with the eater, but anyway, I'm closer to his base and he's to mine, so I also have the dark tower, so I'm about to offend on his base. That is obvious decision from him to hit me with a magic blast. Also, it's the 10-minute mark, so the chests pop out, but I go with his buildings, I take down the mana tower. His aeronauts come first, of course, because they ignore the landscape, so I can take them down quick. And my eaters doing stupid stuff, attacking the orc totem. It was my initial idea to take down the orc totem, because it boosts the enemy's attack power. But as far as only my one hero was doing that, it didn't make any sense anymore. Okay, I'm trying to finish off the weaker rider. And I'm also trying to enable my ability, and it only works now. I think this game was before that patch when we fixed out this thing. So it's still lagging when you press on the interface buttons, but currently it is much better. But what is also quite good is the Eater stunning everyone with the power scroll, ring of power. It amplifies your attack power as well as your crit chance for a big margin, so my Eater really finished off like everyone, and then it proceeds to enemy's worker line to eat a couple and just take down a couple. And here the engagement is also quite good for me. I'm about to get a zombie. I could even get two, but I wasn't good enough in microing that. And here I actually decided that I'll be killing that goon with all the stuff I have. I also keep adding zombies, because my enemy is playing orcs, and orcs is something you really can take down with zombies producing more of those. Well, it seems that I won't be able to save my Eater. Or actually maybe I can, because the Eater being undead has quite a significant regeneration speed. So it also has a lot of armor, so aeronauts don't even hit it too much. I mean, they hit it, but they can't really strike it. But the X-Master is the other beast, obviously, and as far as they start attacking, regenerate isn't enough anymore. I'm trying to get it back! And I'm not able to do so, because he's finished out the hero with a magic blast. But, well, it seems that these X-Masters won't live for too long anymore. I also got his mana well. It is funny that I didn't get mine. Remember me advancing on that, but then suddenly it went out of control and I still didn't get my own mana well. But well, we are about to get a new zombie soon. We also see Bich getting his bombers. Doing not bad, but not really impressive either. He took down one zombie, but then his aeronauts finished off my skeleton archers. I don't really care that much about these undead units. We see another bomber coming out. I'm trying to micro my zombies, because here he has the low HP slave. We're taking down that one, so I'm about to get one more zombie, but in the end he'll finish off all the guys. But that is fine. I think that trade for me was quite fine. On the minimap right now we can see that I have some stuff on 12. I'm not sure what's there. And here some misclick out of me. Okay, I'm just pressing that bottom right corner with my palm. That is annoying, but there is actually a stuff on my phone which I enabled recently. I play on Xiaomi, and in the game booster you can reduce the sensitivity of that part of the screen, and that really helps. So I found it's helping, so I'm using it now. Okay, it's 15-minute mark, and that is probably the turning point of the game, because all of a sudden Bich is giving out all the 3 chests to me, and even though in the beginning he had an upper hand in taking the chests, now I obviously took more, and I also traded quite good, taking down a couple of important buildings, and I don't even know how many walkers. Maybe in the ideal world I'd be able to micro my eater inside his base, but even if I can't, that hero can pretty much manage that thing on his own. Manage that process of feeding itself with the slaves, or any small unit he can be able to find. I'm trying to split my skeleton archers a little bit so that I won't have them all killed by a single scroll. It won't really help against the magic blast, but it can help if he uses something harder, like probably the Ring of Fire. But in that patch the Ring of Fire wasn't that strong, but against skeleton archers it still will be fine, but not everyone understands it really. I also use the gravity scroll on the aeronauts, because all of my skeleton archers are going down rather quick, so all I can do now is try to engage on that aeronauts with my eater, but I only take down one, because it doesn't work for so long. But I still have zombies in that base, and obviously it is worthless to attack the Napalm Tower with zombies, so I'm trying to take down the workers. He throws another magic blast at the zombies, but I'm still take down a few. And well, might go down. I resummon it, and I keep producing the skeleton archers. You could notice that at the moment I added the 3rd barracks. When I took all the 3 chests, I got more free money, so I could afford it to order the 3rd racks for 800, 600. It is quite expensive, but it can pay off, because you can really reinforce quick when you trade. Of course, that is the essential part of any RTS. You have to reinforce quicker than your opponent. Or the second part, if you trade equally, you need to trade better, so when you all are mined out, you will still have something remaining. Or if you trade equally, you need to get the new bases earlier. Well, that all is not important. I mean, that is important. That is not complicated. That sounds very simple, and anyone is understanding this if you come down to think about this. Okay, here we have a little engagement. I of course saw his alchemist, so I was aware that he is going to throw his ability at me, but he also had an ability of Grok, and maybe had a magic blast as well, because he captured the mana well on his side of the map. So I couldn't really do much to save the skeleton archers, but what I can do is to order the new ones. But I also have in mind that probably on that stage of the game, when the opponent has the two heroes. It is not all that good of an idea to play the solo skeleton archers, and I really need to add the Axe Masters as the anti-air. And that is why I order the Orc Totem. Okay, probably I can fight for this chest, and probably I won't be able to fight for the top one, but we'll see. I send over another unit on the tower, and here my enemy takes a chest. I didn't have enough, really. Again, I lost all of my skeleton archers, and he still has a lot in the air, which is becoming quite annoying, to be fair. As you can see, I'm adding the Vipers, but those are not really doing well against the Aeronauts. At some degree we can say that they are doing fine, they are doing okay, but they are more expensive. They also produce from the dedicated building as Aeronauts do. But okay, here he goes too far, so I'm about to take down his chief easily. We can take it down, and I can even try to save the Eater, because it will be very expensive for the Aeronauts to chase through this amount of the skeleton archers. So, it was the classic example of one guy staying too long in the base of the other, so he shouldn't have stayed that long. Alright, it seems that my opponent used the hero resurrection scroll, and again I'm losing all of my skeleton archers in the active ability of the alchemist. I'll use the magic blast to finish him off. And I also wanna mine you zombie! So I'm trying to take as much HP as I can and then finish the guy with zombie. I'm doing it successfully. Rock used his big hit. I'm not sure what is it called in the English version. Probably I've gotta take a look. Anyway, we also saw that the enemy is building the dark magic tower, but as far as I had the hero and the two zombies, the solo tower not even being repaired can really be the treat, obviously. And well, of course, my enemy took this middle chest at 2230. So probably he's taken it back with switching into the drills, but also the important part that he needs to reproduce the aeronauts. Okay, I'm trying to take the well, but we see that he is capturing it with something, and now we also see that that something is actually a drill. I'm trying to split my units a little bit because I'm standing in the vision of the tower, so he can throw a scroll at me any moment. And I'm recapturing that tower right now. Okay, that drill is becoming annoying, to be fair, so... On one side I'm about to go and take it down and capture the well. The other part of me is eager to take the bottom well as well. But it is rather dangerous because since my enemy has drills, he can move out and retake it any moment, and my army is not really that fast to move here and there across the map, apart of the Vipers, but the Vipers can't capture. Okay, here is meteorite. It could be dangerous, but this time around I was able to notice and, more importantly, move out. It happens sometimes that you go in the panic mode, and because of that you can't really use the frame correctly, and then scroll is already on your head. Okay, we see on the minimap that the enemy's army is coming up on this chest, so I'm trying to rearrange my stuff. I also try to attack bombers. Those are the main threat to me right now. They don't have a lot of HP, but well, it went quite fine. It looked a bit weird how the second one disappeared, but they exposed 2 of my zombies, but it doesn't really seem that one chief could be able to take down those 2 zombies. And I'm taking this chest, but more importantly I took down all the armies, so the only thing I still want to do in this game, I mean apart from just trying to win, you know, I wanna take back. And I also upgrade my hero altar in order to probably get the chief. Or okay, anyways, I don't have the alchemist lab, the goblin lab, so I wouldn't be able to get alchemist. So I'm trying to engage the base. We can see that he added more riders in order to take down and clear those skeleton archers. That is not a bad idea, and along with the alchemist they can really deal with those skeleton folks, but what about the rest? What about the Eater? What about the X-Masters and about the Vipers? This kind of whataboutism is something you probably can't answer that easily. But drills are doing a really good job, I'd say. They take down the little units, they then engage on the X-Masters. I was trying to get something done, probably the Ring of Fire, but you can't use the scroll if they are mixed with the enemy's aura of the mana tower, so I wasn't able to use that. I already have 200 mana right now. Okay, I try to reinforce with everything I have, but this time around and see that I stand it for too long at the enemy's base, and even though I was able to take down some, I lost all I had, 2, and the positive moment is that I have the 2 Vipers and I still have mana, so I used it on the slaves and I can take down a couple of slaves, finish the couple of slaves off, and I will hardly lose any Vipers, so I move away as far as he has his X-Masters built. I gain the bottom chest. Yeah, only now I noticed it, that I have the Russian voices in this video. And well, I already switched it back. You can switch voices to English and to Russian in the current version of the game, so it is just fine. And I moved back to the English version to prepare more videos for you guys. Not like I really already have something prepared, but in the future. We also have the next balance patch, and we have a lot of things to taste, so I'll be definitely do so, and will share with you some interesting stuff I'll have. But for now, I'm taking the second well, I'm also losing the first one. And when the enemy is doing like that, you always wanna drop something on his head. He's dark, so he doesn't have healing apart from the scrolls. So exposing him is always a good idea. Okay, I'm getting all my things together. I'm almost maxed out. I feel it like my enemy is not maxed out for now, and I try to cut his units when I can. I mean for free. This rider is about to die from the Vipers, and it is 30-minute mark, so it is again the 3 chests at the same time. I took the mid one and I can fight for this top one, and it will decide the game pretty much. If I win this fight, I'm not sure that Bich can get back in this game, and I really have a lot. I started off with the meteorite, which works quite fine in this case. I also finish his unit with the zombie, so I'll have the next one. So I can say that this is quite a good example of the micro. I stand his drill so he can move out and repair or whatever. The drills are taken down, and now I can as well take this chest. I wanna take this chest. I don't have the maxed out food right now, so I can spend any amount of mana. I keep adding a little bit of the skeleton archers now, because they are building really fast. So I was adding the skeleton archers during the engagement. The idea was that they can re-engage, they can reinforce. But now that I'm already moving far out, I prefer to add more X-Masters. I was about to pull back, then I thought, well, it's just one tower, but then I saw the second one. So I finally decided to pull back. I think it is dangerous to engage on the 2 towers, because I had a lot of skeleton archers, but those can go down relatively quick, and my only X-Masters is very exposed. So I thought I'd better first grab more stuff, and we'll max out again. Okay, I'm not about to trade with the drill, with the zombie, so rather than that I move the zombie to capture back the well. And of course the drill will not live for a long time if it will stay trying to fight for the well. I guess it will not. It is moving out somewhere, just trying to get something done, probably capture the tower now. And well, I'm gonna see if he's taken the new mine actually, because it is the 34th minute mark, and that means that our gold mines are about to expose any time now. So we have to take the new bases. But I have a little bit in the bank, so I can fight. And we see that Bich actually built a lot of skeleton archers, probably because they didn't have a lot of money to build something more valuable. But well, this army honestly looks like I'm about to win the game, like right now. So I'm going at him, throwing another magic blast, and obviously this one is mine. So thank you for watching, quite a nice micro game, I enjoyed a lot, and I guess you guys enjoyed it too, and probably can pick up something in your own games if you already practice your skill in the War Legends RTS. As for me, I'll be practicing indeed, and I'll show you the next interesting game I'll have in the future. For this one, that is it. Thank you all for watching, and bye bye.